Rain came pouring down. I was drowning, that's when I could finally breathe. I'm in a weird mood today, if you can't tell. Hey guys, it's Christina. So I'm going to be filming a super special book review of A Court of Thorn and Roses / ACOTAR by Sarah J. Maas. If you don't know anything about this book, it is about a girl named Feyre, spelled F-E-Y-R-E, who is the youngest sibling of her family. Her mother is dead, her dad is crippled, her two older sisters do nothing, they just kind of sit around and are super snarky. She has to hunt so that they can survive. It's set in a fantasy world, if you can't tell by the fantasy-esque cover. One day, she commits a crime that she didn't really know was a crime, but it changes her life forever. It's such an interesting concept, obviously coming from Sarah J. Maas, who wrote the Throne of Glass series. But the things that come out of S.J. Maas's brain are just mind-blowing. She's so creative. So this book, all about Feyre and her adventures, getting out of her, like, mortal land and going into fantasy fairyland because of her crime that she commits. Overall, I really liked it. I was absolutely entranced by it. I finished it this morning. I picked it up at BookCon so I could get it signed. So that's it for the non-spoilery section of this video. So in 3, 2, 1... So it is time to talk. So the beginning starts in the, like, woods. So we see this, like, super, like, dark, gloomy, like, creepy fairy woods thing. Just the description in the beginning was so vivid, and I felt like I could understand where I was, which is so typical of S.J. Maas. And when she, like, was killing the wolf with the ash, I was so surprised that it just like, died. She didn't, like, it just died. She didn't even have to, like, do anything. And I was like, all right. When she was like, it could be a fairy, I was like, Ish is gonna go down. And then when I was reading it, I fell asleep right before the whole wolf part. Like, I fell asleep at that break, not realizing that that was what was gonna happen. I was like, oh, I can go to bed now, whatever. And then I wake up, and the first thing I read is that wolf thing, and I was like, I feel like it's super intense right from the beginning, which I like, and it gets softer through the middle and then goes right back into intense. I like the way that the emotion flows in this book, like the path of it. A really interesting thing is Nesta's character. I was really intrigued by her. So when she had that character arc where she was like, I did search for you, I was like, all right. I saw that coming. Mostly because she seemed like a Vita character. I call her Vita from The Darkest Minds. She was like that thorny kind of person. Thorny. But like has a heart of gold. Like I totally think that's Vita. That's who Nesta reminded me of, and Elaine I just kind of ignored. I was like, alright, you do your thing, whatever. But when Feyre gets taken away, like I totally understood her mindset of like looking for a way out. For some reason, I was so immersed in the way she thought in this book, which I think is such a great thing done by S.J. Maas. Like 10 out of 10, girl. Love. And then we meet the wolf, like Tamlin, Lucien, and I felt really attached to both of them, especially Lucien, which I don't know why I feel so attached to Lucien, like the big older brother, I really do. Anyway, the whole mansion description, and they were like, you're here for free, just chill. I was like, I was like, something's gonna go wrong. It didn't, which I was really surprised about, but I was like, something's gonna go wrong. This does not seem right. Like, why would you just let her into your house? She murdered your friend. I felt like they didn't really care about their friend very much. I was like, she murdered him. She murdered him. You should care. They weren't really that pissed about their friend being dead, which I was like, alright, whatever, you do that. But Tamlin had such interesting, like, changes of mood, if you know what I mean. Like, in one moment was, like, super sexy and seductive, and then he was, like, super pensive, and then he was, like, don't even talk to me right now, like, so out of the blue. And I think that's why I connected more to Lucien, because he was so much more stable, which is something I can understand. And I really like Lucien and Feyre's friendship. Like, I will go down shipping that bro TP, like, so cute, like, so much fun, honestly. When Tamlin started, like, hey, you should come to this weird pool of unicorn something, I was like, yes! I like literally died. It was so cute. So freaking cute. The romance in this book is so cute, and I will never get over that. Like, I am such a romantic. I am such a hopeless romantic. So they were like, romance, and I was like, give it to me. Just let me have it all. Like, I don't particularly ship Tamlin and Feyre strongly. Like, I could see her going with Rysand, Rysand. I can see her going with Rysand in the next book, which, super spoiler, like, close your ears if you don't want to hear this, but at the panel at BookCon, she was like, yeah, I switched around the ships and I liked it, so maybe Rysand and Feyre will happen. What? It's not that I particularly ship that any more than I ship Tamlin and Feyre, but it's, you know, I wasn't feeling as strongly that ship as I was feeling the romance, like, oh, man, and the dates, and the art, and I was just like, stop being so cute, I don't need this right now, I need to survive my life. But then after the weird sex night thing, I was like, this is weird, this is wrong, this feels wrong. And then he bit her neck, and I was like, I'm so confused, what is happening? Why is this real? There's so much chemistry between them. Like, it's physical chemistry. But when they're together, like, I can feel the sexual tension in my shoulders. Like, ah! And then Rysand shows up and he's like, searching in her mind. And I'm like, oh, don't mention those weird sexual things. She's probably really not comfortable with that. I kind of want to smash Rysand in the wall, like, don't make her uncomfortable. No! And then Tamlin was like, I'm gonna send you away. And I was like, all right. But then when I learned about the curse, I was so mad. I was like, you had 3 days. Like, she was about to say, I love you. You could have not only gotten away, but gotten her away. Like, no, not good. Not good. I was like, Tamlin, you were smarter than this. I was glad the story went back to the Mortal Lands, because I really appreciated seeing Nesta's character arc. I felt like they were a little two-dimensional before we went back, and I really liked the way her dad progressed. I liked the way her dad still said, leave here, this is not your home anymore. I felt like that was really authentic. Then she goes back, and she goes under the mountain, and I was like, this is so intense. And all of the torture, and then selling herself for the weird hand-eye thing. It's just creepy. I'm glad that we meet Rysand. I'm glad that we meet him. And I was even more glad that part where she was like, you could have had my whole life. And he was like, I know. I feel like he's got a soft heart, which I really like. And I'm very interested to see where that relationship goes. I know that we really get to explore that in the next book. MAAS said that at the panel. And then the whole killing Tamlin thing at the end, where everything gets put together in her head. I was so happy that that love was the riddle, because if she really loved him, he would go free. And I was just like, yes, good. But still, why would you make it that easy? It shows you how little Amantha thought of humans. It shows that she thought that humans were so low that they couldn't love. And because that was the riddle, because she loved him, that was why he survived. And I thought that was such a interesting part, and so well thought out, and so fitting for her character. So I was really happy about that. Overall, I really liked this book. It was so good. I am so excited to see what MAAS does with it. I'm so excited to see how long the series is. It'd be really interesting to do like a duology with this, or maybe even a trilogy. Something not so long, because I know that Throne of Glass is going to be like 20 million books. Those were my thoughts on A Court of Thorn and Roses. Let me know in the comments what you thought. I want to talk to you guys about it because I'm really emotional. But yeah, talk to me about it on Twitter or Tumblr or the comments. Everything is going to be down below in the description if you want to find me. Please like and subscribe so that we can be best friends. Okay, so I'm going to go for now. But until then, I'm going to be me, you're going to be you, and I will see you later.